Okay. Good morning to everyone. Myself, I am Surya Narayana, working as an assistant professor in DBSIT, Kavali. Today, the presentation on finite element method subject, which is for third year mechanical engineers. Today I am going to explain Unit 1, Chapter 1 in finite element method subject. In this, we will discuss about integral formulation. In previous class, we concluded with appropriate methods for solving the differential equations. In those topic, those are classified into four types. One is point collocation and subdomain collocation, least squares, and Galerkins. These are the methods and these are the classifications of weighted residual methods. In appropriate methods for solving differential equations, we have completed the Rayleigh-Ridge method and total potential energy. Next, weighted residual methods. In weighted residual methods, we have four classifications. Okay, previously I was told you about four classifications, and also we have completed the problems on point collocation, subdomain collocation, least squares, and Galerkin methods also. Today in this class, I will discuss about integral formulation. What are the integral formulations on finite element method in Unit 1? In this integral formulation, we will discuss about principle of minimum potential energy and principle of virtual work. Okay. Okay, we will see what is the principle of minimum potential energy and what is principle of virtual work. First of all, I am going with what is principle of minimum potential energy. We already know that the total potential energy within the body becomes stable or minimum. In this, the displacement equations that satisfies the equations of equilibrium. That means the equilibrium state of body is maintained when extreme condition is minimum. The first derivative of the total potential energy is equal to 0 or equated to 0. Then the total potential energy is reduced to a minimum value. That means we already know that the potential energy is indicated by using pi. Here, the total potential energy is equated to 0. Dou pi by dou x is equal to 0. Then the total potential energy is reduced to a minimum value, certain value, minimum value, where phi is the total potential energy and x is the displacement field. We already know that phi is the total potential energy. It is obtained by subtracting the work done due to external force from strain energy of the system of the body. Then principle of minimum potential energy states that following boundary conditions are applied such that the displacement equations follow all the support conditions. Support conditions are nothing but we are taking the conditions or boundary limits points. Displacement equations reduced for the elements of the body should be compatible. Okay, it is compatible with all the elements what we are taking in the displacement fields. After then, potential energy equation is developed in terms of undetermined displacement. We have to find out the determined displacement in terms of unknown nodal displacement. We already know that unknown nodal displacements are Q. Unknown nodal displacement, which is denoted by Q. In that, we are going to solve, or we are going to find out the finite element equation in principle of minimum potential energy and principle of virtual work, K D or KQ equal to F. For the derivation of equilibrium equation, I am taking its statement. This statement is taken from first slide. I was told you about that. Thus, or these displacement equations that satisfy equation of equilibrium. For that explanation, I am taking a cantilever beam here and taking load, point load, which is subjected to cantilever beam in pulling side and deformation length. S is showing here. P is the load acting on the body. S is the deformation. K is the stiffness. We already know that stiffness is denoted by using K. Next, work done on the body. We already know that work done on the body. W is denoted by work done due to external force. Then work done is found out by multiplying applied load with deformation length. Applied load is P in pulling side, deformation length is S. Next, strain energy within the body. First, finding out the moment or strain energies are kinematic and U equal to half mv square. In this, first strain energy half into force in the body multiplied with deformation length. Force in the body, that is, force is including with the stiffness K and S into deformation length S. Ks into S, multiplying Ks into S, we get half into Ks square. Then total potential energy, which is obtained in previous slide, I was told you, phi is obtained, that is subtracting the work done due to external force from strain energy on the of the body, U minus W. In this, we already know that U value, that is half Ks square. Then W is P into S. So I'm substituting these values in phi equation, potential energy, I get half Ks square minus P into S. P is the load acting on the body, S is the deformation length. Under equilibrium condition, we already know that for potential energy to be minimum. But in previous, we discussed dou phi by dou x. Phi is the potential energy, x is the displacement field. But in this equation, we are taking, instead of x displacement field, I am taking S deformation length here. Dou phi by dou s equal to 0. Dou pi by dou s equal to 0. Then dou by dou s of, in terms of pi value, pi is half Ks square minus P into S. Okay, half Ks square minus P into S. By cancelling S square and S, we get Ks minus P, that equal to 0. Then Ks equal to P. Equilibrium equation is given by Ks equal to P. Then second term is the important factor, principle of virtual work. It states that a body is said to be in equilibrium if the internal virtual work is equal to external virtual work. That means internal virtual work that equals to external virtual work. If the force is acting on a cantilever beam is P and displacement field, which is X, then the product will be W equal to work done due to external force, that equal to P into X. Force in multiplied with displacement X is called virtual work. Students, please observe that W work done, that equal to product of force into displacement P into X is called virtual work. Hence, the virtual work is caused by true forces moving on imaginary displacement. But here I am taking the partial derivative in terms of U and V. Sorry, W. Dou U, that equal to dou W. That means internal virtual work. Internal virtual work dou U, that equal to external virtual work. Virtual work, that equal to dou W. Internal will be strain energy dou U. Total work done. External work done dou W. Dou U equal to dou W. Then the internal virtual strain energy, that equal to dou U. W, we already know that work done is taken from in terms of integral V, and E is the strain vector, sigma stress vector, V is the derivative of volume V. Dou E power T sigma into dV, stress vector and volume dV, volume of element. Then the strains may be related to the nodal displacement by strain energy E equal to strain displacement matrix B. D is the nodal displacement vector. Assuming linear materials and geometry, and all effects are in the global Cartesian system. Okay, I'm taking global Cartesian system here, not local coordinate system or local Cartesian system. Then strain energy U equal to half into integral V sigma power T dV. Only I'm taking in terms of internal energies. Stress vector sigma T, V is the volume of dV. Then dou U equal to in terms of dou d power t, integral sigma power t is nothing but B transpose, strain displacement matrix transpose dB. D is the displacement vector BD and dV. Here I am taking three factors for external calculation of external virtual work due to point load Pi, due to body force PdV, due to traction T into dA. In these three factors I am taking due to some particular forces. Due to traction force I am taking T traction with respect to area dA. Due to body force, I am taking body force P with respect to body force volume dV. Point load P with respect to point Pi. Next, total external virtual work done. Here, dou W work done due to external work. It is calculated by summing all of three factors. That means point loads and body loads. That means point forces or point loads, body loads and traction loads or forces. Then we already know that total potential energy phi equal to U minus WP. WP is nothing but total work potential. The total potential energy pi is obtained by subtracting total potential energy from strain energy. Then the total work potential WP is given by integral V dt d transpose PdV. It is the body load minus with respect to volume PdV with respect to area d power t traction load TDA and point loads. Finally, summing of d power t Pi is the point load. Okay, WP is obtained by subtracting all the loads, point loads, body loads and traction forces. Then the total potential energy for the general elastic body is given by pi that equal to half with respect to volume V integral sigma power t EdV. It is the stress vector, it is the strain vector with respect to volume V. And with respect to minus with respect to integral V volume d power t body load PdV minus with respect to area d power t TDA traction loads. And then summing of sigma di power t Pi, it is the point load. Then substituting the equations 5 and 6. 5 and 6 in equation 4. In equation 4, which is dou W that equal to dou d power t point load Pi plus integral V dou d power t PdV, it is the body load, and with respect to area dou d power V TDA, it is the traction load. Then substituting the 5, 6 equations in 4, in that equation we get with respect to volume integral BT B transpose dB into dV. D is the displacement vector, B is the strain displacement matrix. Then we get integral V PdV plus with respect to area TDA traction load and body load summing with point loads. Next, we already know that stiffness matrix K equal to integral V B transpose into d BdV. Then force vector F equal to integral V body load PdV plus with respect to area traction load TDA plus summing point loads. Therefore, KD equal to F. We already know that the finite element equation KQ equal to F. Here the unknown nodal displacement D. D is nothing but Q. KQ equal to F. It is the very important equation for doing the problems in finite element method. KQ equal to F or KD equal to F. Today I am concluded with the principle of minimum potential energy and principle of virtual work. These are the two important relations or two factors for external examinations. Principle of minimum potential energy says that if the body in equilibrium position, then potential energy is stable or minimum. But the principle of virtual work says that the internal virtual work is equated to or equal to external virtual work. Then we are taking a point load P or body load P and multiplied with x, we get the work done due to external force, W equal to P into x. It is the principle of virtual work, and KD equal to F is the finite element equation based on principle of virtual work. Okay. Okay, thank you, students. We'll meet on next class.